Have you ever wondered how human beings developed language? It's a fascinating subject that has intrigued linguists and scientists for centuries. The origins of human language and communication can be traced back to the evolution of the brain and vocal tract. The human brain has evolved over millions of years, and during this time our ability to communicate has also evolved. As our brains grew larger and more complex, so did our ability to communicate with one another. Scientists believe that the first human communication was nonverbal. Our ancestors used body language, facial expressions, and gestures to communicate with one another. As our brains evolved, we began to develop more complex forms of communication, including the use of language. One of the key factors in the development of human language was the evolution of the vocal tract. Our vocal tract is a complex system of muscles, bones, and soft tissues that allow us to produce a wide variety of sounds. As our vocal tract evolved, we became better able to produce the sounds needed for language. The ability to produce a wide range of sounds allowed humans to develop a more complex and nuanced system of communication. We were able to convey more information using language, which allowed us to work together more effectively and build more complex societies. In conclusion, the origins of human language and communication are closely tied to the evolution of the brain and vocal tract. As our brains and vocal tracts evolved, we developed more complex forms of communication, which allowed us to build more advanced societies and work together more effectively. It's a fascinating subject that continues to be studied by linguists and scientists around the world. Language is an incredible tool that humans use to communicate with one another. It's a complex system that has evolved over time to help us express our thoughts, feelings, and ideas. However, language is more than just a means of communication. It's also a social and cultural phenomenon that plays a significant role in shaping our identity and community. Language is closely tied to our sense of self. The words we use, the way we speak, and the accents we have are all part of our identity. When people speak the same language, it creates a sense of belonging and community. This can be seen in the way that people often use slang or unique vocabulary to identify with a particular group, such as teenagers or members of a subculture. Language also plays a crucial role in shaping culture. Different languages have different structures, vocabularies, and ways of conveying meaning. This can lead to cultural differences that are reflected in the language itself. For example, some languages have multiple words for different types of love, while others may only have one. The development of language is also influenced by social factors. Language is not simply a set of rules and structures, but rather it is a dynamic system that is shaped by the people who use it. This means that language can change over time as people adapt it to suit their needs and preferences. In addition, language can be used as a tool for power and control. Those who control the language also have the power to shape the culture and identity of a group of people. This can be seen in the way that colonial powers often imposed their own languages on the people they conquered, erasing local languages and cultures in the process. Overall, the development of language as a social and cultural phenomenon is a fascinating topic that highlights the complex interplay between language, identity, and community. By understanding the role that language plays in shaping our world, we can gain a deeper appreciation for the power and beauty of this incredible tool. Have you ever wondered how language affects the way we think and perceive the world around us? Well, it turns out that language has a huge impact on our cognition and thought processes. In fact, the language we use can shape the way we think, perceive, and reason about the world. For example, studies have shown that the language we speak can affect the way we perceive colors. In English, we have specific words for colors like blue, green, and red. However, in some languages like Russian, there are multiple words for what we would consider to be shades of blue or green. As a result, speakers of these languages are able to perceive and distinguish between different shades of these colors more easily than English speakers. Language can also influence our perception of time. In some cultures, time is viewed as a circular concept rather than a linear one. This means that events are perceived as happening in cycles rather than a linear progression. As a result, speakers of these languages may have a different understanding of time and may be more present-focused than future-oriented. Furthermore, language can also shape our reasoning and decision-making processes. For example, some languages have grammatical structures that place more emphasis on the subject of a sentence, while others place more emphasis on the object. This can affect the way we think about causality and agency in events. In conclusion, language plays a crucial role in shaping our cognition and thought processes. The way we use language can affect the way we perceive the world, think about time, and reason about events. Understanding these linguistic influences can help us better understand and appreciate the diversity of human language and thought. Have you ever thought about how technology has changed the way we communicate with each other? The rise of digital communication has had a significant impact on language and communication as a whole. In this topic, we will explore the influence of technology on language and communication, including the rise of digital communication and its effect on face-to-face interaction. One of the most significant impacts of technology on language is the way we write. With the rise of texting, email, and social media, we have developed a new way of communicating through writing that is more informal and concise. We use abbreviations, acronyms, and emojis to convey our thoughts and emotions quickly and efficiently. This has led to the development of a new language, often referred to as text-speak. Another way technology has affected language is through the use of voice assistants. Instead of typing out our messages, we can now speak to our devices, and they will transcribe our words into text. This has led to changes in the way we speak and write, as we adjust to the limitations and capabilities of these devices. However, the rise of digital communication has also had an impact on face-to-face interaction. With the ability to communicate instantly through technology, some people have become more comfortable communicating through screens than in person. This can lead to a decrease in social skills and the ability to read nonverbal cues, which are essential in face-to-face communication. In conclusion, the influence of technology on language and communication has been significant. While it has brought about new ways of communicating and made communication more efficient in many ways, it has also had its downsides, particularly in face-to-face interaction. As technology continues to advance, it will be interesting to see how language and communication continue to evolve. As we move forward in time, it's apparent that language and communication will continue to evolve. With the rise of technology, we can already see new forms of communication emerging. For example, emojis, GIFs, and memes have become a staple in online communication, and we can expect more of this to come. One potential form of communication that could develop in the future is telepathy. While it may seem like something out of a science fiction movie, research has already been conducted on this concept. Scientists have discovered that certain brainwaves can be detected and translated into words, allowing for communication without the need for verbal or written language. Another possibility is the use of virtual reality to create a fully immersive language learning experience. This could offer a more engaging and interactive way to learn a new language, allowing individuals to practice in realistic scenarios. The role of language in global society is also a crucial aspect to consider. With the world becoming increasingly connected, the ability to communicate with people from different backgrounds and cultures is more important than ever. It's not enough to simply know one language, and the demand for multilingual individuals is on the rise. In addition, the use of English as a global language is becoming more prevalent, leading to the potential loss of other languages and cultures. It's important to recognize the value of diversity in language and culture, and work towards preserving and promoting them. Overall, the future of language and communication is exciting and full of possibilities. As we continue to advance technologically and globally, it's important to keep in mind the importance of language and communication in connecting and understanding each other.